Hey yo everyone, I am Ignim and this is the next episode in the Blasphemous playthrough. So, let's get to it. Is this going to be the same fucking thing like me doing this challenge over and over again and dying several times non-stop? Is it? Oop. Made it. Come on. Just go towards there, go down, and hold it. I don't think he moves until I am on top of the thing there. Or after some time. Oh, fuck, I forgot that one. Jump and then crouch. There we go. I can skip the side if I recall, yep. And I can kind of do this and then jump stuff. Ah, just like by a pixel. God damn it. But yeah, Patrice, man, if you've never seen stand up that guy, go and watch something. The first, not exactly the first special, but the one that was going to like start putting him on these, putting him like getting. I forgot the expression. Making him famous. Like more so than he already was. I mean, the guy was in the office for a very small time, and Chris, like, he was going to be the father of Chris Rock in Everybody Hates Chris, but he wasn't because he was he was himself during the audience for the part, but he was the best one. There was like not a single person there that was better than him at the audience for the Chris Rock dad. I mean, there was like a lot of shit, but then I think the name of the special is Elephant in the Room or something. Yeah, I think it is that. Go down, you fuck. Oh, just forgot that I need to jump first. So that special is like very fucking funny. And there's a. Ooh, I don't know how I dodged that one. No. Fuck. No. Oh, for fuck's sake, what is going to happen? Oh, this. Just going to wait, I guess. Oh, fuck, I hear the bell ringing for some reason. I wonder if there are secrets in these locations. In these challenge places. That works. Oh no, it's not the bell ringing, it's these things. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, boy. Sheesh. This is a nightmare. Oh, what the fuck is going to happen here? Oh, jeez. Oh, I can't stay in there. I'm going to fucking die. That's what is going to happen. Sheesh. I can't pay attention to all of this at the same time. I mean, in a way I can, but I am thinking about way too many things right now to be able to pay attention to all of this. Okay, now what? These are going up. Oh, I fucking knew it. Oh shit. That's very fucking funny when I talk about Patrice to people that I know, or like it is the first time or something, I always start with oh, there's this considerably misogynistic comedian that I watch now and then the person just goes, what? It's like, yep, that's what you heard. It's like, why the fuck are you like watching a stand up about misogyny? And just like, well, the stand up's not about that. And then there's the whole thing about why would you watch that thing? And just like, well, even if it was indeed, but I like to, I like just to just like pretend that it is. And just like, well, I mean, you need to listen to all of the sides, you know. Otherwise, how the fuck do you know which side is the truth? Then there's people just like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why the hell do you watch those things? Just like, eh. Just bait. This side. No, there we go. But it's very fucking funny, man. And he has a very interesting take that I kind of adopted after I learned him speaking like several. I mean, not fully, because I even though I can see how, even though I can see how there is a lot of what he says makes sense, a lot of what he says doesn't. You have to always take things with a grain of salt. So I just like get the things that I think that make sense, that are logical, and could help me improve my life or whatever the fuck. But yeah, most of the things about how he leads relationships and shit like that, I kind of like decided to adopt in a way. It is way more healthy, like way more healthy. Because most of the time the way we handle relationships like these days, it's just like, it's very toxic. There's a lot of toxicity. For example, one of the one of the examples that he gives in a certain moment at the Opie and Anthony radio show or whatever the fuck is that why the fuck do people keep saying the relationships have ups and downs? Why? That doesn't make sense. And then the guys try arguing with him that there is like ups and downs and shit, and then he stops and explains just, yeah, sure. When I come here every week, do we fight? This is a relationship. Why the fuck there is no downs then? Why don't you have like ups and downs in your relationships with your friends? Like if you do have downs with your friends, that person is not your friend. Like there's something very wrong in the relationship that you're having. Why the fuck do you have a friendship with a person that keeps like putting you down or making your life miserable? It's just like, but then at the same time, why do, when that happens in a romantic relationship, why is it like normal? And people like assume that it's like common or fucking. It makes no sense. And then you stop and think about it. That's one of the things that he used to say. And that, as they say, is that fucking... Oh, what is the name? It is Forrest Gump. Yep. But then he, like, some of the things that he says about women, just like, no, I disagree completely. Because it's the whole thing, like there's a phrase about how even a broken clock is right twice a day or something like that. So even if he was, I know that saying is used so that when a person like does bad shit or shit like that, but I am going to use it now, fucking hell, as the opposite. Just even if most of the things that he said made sense, it doesn't mean that everything that he says makes sense. Just because a person is right, like, a lot of times doesn't mean that that person is right all the time. Yeah, man. You could change the phrase, you know, a broken clock worked one day. Now it doesn't anymore. That doesn't exactly make that much sense, but still fucking don't care. Oh, come on. I mean, there's not. Sometimes I think about how I shouldn't like get in these topics or whatever the fuck. But then I remember exactly how Patrice did things. It could be in detriment to the growth of the channel or whatever the fuck. I know there could be people fucking precisely at these spikes. That there could be people that won't like the things that I'm saying right now. It's just going to be like, oh fuck no, I subscribe to these guys, I'm going out. Yeah, sure, go. I mean, if a person doesn't like what another person is saying, why the fuck are you still listening to that person? Just fucking go. It also goes with the whole thing about don't keep a toxic community. You should strike the toxic people in whatever community that you have. You should never like let them stay in there. It is often explained with, for example, you are a streamer. And you've been streaming for a long time. And then you have a viewer. But that viewer has like... Oh, he's gonna fuck me up. And no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. And that viewer just like keeps like... He's a nice person, let's say. But whenever there is another person that shows up, he argues like constantly. All of the time he's arguing with other viewers. And it's just like, most of the time he's not that bad, but when he is, just like, scares every other viewers that might show up. You shouldn't, like, let that person stay in your community and keep doing that. Because that person is going to scare every single other person in your community, and eventually it's going to be only that person. So you shouldn't allow him to do those kind of things, regardless of how, in the example about streaming, regardless if the person is a paid subscriber or paid follower, has like tier 3, whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. That person is going to cost your entire community. So you should just fucking just ban him. Explain to him, don't behave like that. Don't fucking do that anymore. If he keeps doing, fucking. You've been warned. Just fucking go down, mate. Oh, just. I'm not going to. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's why sometimes when I wonder, as I said, I wonder if I should get into these topics that are more, oh no. It's like, why? Why should I polish myself in my own channel, doing my own recordings in my own videos? As long as I'm not doing shit that is wrong, and as long as I'm not harming anyone, it's not a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. And as I often say, there's a very big difference in attempting to offend someone and someone being offended by whatever you did. Very big fucking button. Ugh. Because in one of those cases, you didn't do shit besides like being yourself. In the other case, you attempted to offend the person. That's why that person is offended now. Most of the times, it is the first case. You didn't do shit, the person got offended. And worst of all, most times the people who get offended are not even being offended because of themselves, they're being offended because of others. Like, who the fuck that person thinks he is to be the voice of the people who would be offended in the scenario that he created in his own head? That is like complete fucking nonsense. No, don't jump now. Just wait a bit. The platforms are going to show up in there, but you can go again in the future. It's over. And there. Oh, fucking hell, what happened in there? Ugh. Starting to get tired of this fucking bullshit. There we go. And I'm starting to get hungry as well. But yeah, as me being autistic, I didn't know that I had a strong sense of justice because of the autism. The only thing that I ever thought about is that I'm stupid for being too nice to people. That is the only thing that I thought. It's just it's me, just old me being stupid and being overly nice to others, just like getting fucked up. Getting fucked over. But no, after I discovered that I was autistic, I discovered about the fact that most autistic people, I mean not all, but most of them, are... That was a mistake. I thought that things were going to be in there. But yeah, about the autistics, like having autism brings you a very big and strong sense of justice. Doing like things that are wrong to me is just like I don't even think that I ever did something that is like considered wrong. I mean, not by my own intentions. I could have done like something that was considered wrong, but because I didn't know or whatever the fuck. I mean, the thing that I said, the difference with this fucking gamepad, it is dodging. I'm not going to hold the dodge button. Fuck that. There's barely a reason to do it. Most of the time, at least in this one. But yeah, I barely remember doing something bad to someone. I can't, I tried to. The only thing that I remember that I might have done, and it wasn't exactly my intention, it was when I was a teenager. And teenagers just do a bunch of dumb fucking shit. When I was a teenager in school, there was a... now and then I think about this and I regret like considerably every single time that I remember it. And there was a girl that was... she... Fuck me. Oh, balls! There was a girl that she was... she managed to get hired, I think hired? Or I don't know exactly what happened, but she was going to modeling school, and she managed to be hired to like do some gigs or whatever the fuck. I don't exactly know how it works, but she was like very excited at the class at school, like talking those things to the other girls and shit. My friend beside me, when he starts hearing like what she's saying, like he starts getting tired because all of the girls are around her. And then he mutters, like, silently, very low, in a very low voice. Oh, the only thing missing is for her to be... is for her to not be ugly, or something like that. It was some bullshit like that. And then I just heard that, and just like, I looked at her and just like, what? And I said, yep, she's now a model, but I noticed that I can grab these ladders by holding down as well. And then he said again, the only thing missing now is for her to be built for or something like that. I don't recall precisely what was the words and shit. But it was basically implying that she was ugly. I mean, she wasn't... she wasn't the most beautiful girl in the class, but... I mean, she wasn't exactly ugly. But he was like, kind of a piece of shit. Ah, fucking bullshit. And then after I heard that, I thought it was funny because, well, it was, mind you, it is a good joke. And then the girls were close to us and we were laughing about shit about that. And then the girls asked, like, what are you guys laughing about? And me, with my dumb ass, being autistic and not being able to read the ring, repeated the same fucking joke out loud so the girl could hear it. She started crying profusely, and I understand why now, but back then I didn't exactly understand. Wait, why is she crying? It is a funny joke. But then it was a joke at her expense. But I am, let me remind you, I am autistic. Oh, fuck, thank fuck. I am autistic. I have issues with, like, understanding, like, social cues and shit like that. And I regret. Every single day since that thing happened, I regret that profusely. It's just like, I regret it so much having said that to her. We like studied together for like possibly 5 years more or something like that. And she wasn't like, she kept like doing the modeling thing. I don't know, because I don't keep contact with the people that I considered friends back then, because I don't consider them friends anymore. Retroactively, I don't consider them being my friends back then as well, because they weren't. Now that I have more knowledge about social thingies. And I don't know, but I really do hope that she didn't stop like her modeling career and shit. And that, oh, fucking hell. I really do hope that she didn't stop. And although I'm quite sure that she didn't, because I kind of remember her like using like shirts about shirts that had like modeling, the modeling school on the shirts and shit like that, and her like coming to school after being in the modeling school and shit. But by God, I think that is one of the only wrong thing that the only wrong thing that I consider to having done to someone. And I regret it considerably. If I could, like, if I could, like, talk to her again or whatever the fuck, I would, like, the first thing that I would have said was like, I'm sorry for having said that back then. And I'm quite sure that she's going to say, said what? Because I'm quite sure she doesn't remember. Because most people don't. I'm not only autistic, but I have anxiety as well, so... Fuck. most of the time I just think like these things happen. And like people are going to remember these things, but they're not. They're just like going on with their lives. That is not even like a thought in their heads. There's the problems of being. Ah, fucking. There we go. Boy, oh boy. But yeah, there's just like shit like that. And it's like a fucking the only time that I did something like that. There's another thing that I recall back from the school time. That it was not something that I did, but my inaction, let's call it. The fact that I didn't do something. I remember that is like I have nightmares about that now and then. Because there was a day when I was going out of the school had the school had ended, and then we were going out of the gates and shit, and like there was a bunch of other students going out, and then there was a girl that I clearly noticed that she wasn't feeling well. And then I just thought, well, I think I'm going to ask her if she's feeling well. Thing is, I didn't, because one, I was like very considerably shy back then, and also I had like a lot of thoughts in my head at the moment. I was thinking, what if she's like not feeling well? What if she like says something that is going to like attract the public attention towards me, and like fucking hell, and then people are going to like ostracize me or whatever the fuck, you know, the whole I have a boyfriend thing. And then I was just like thinking about that, and just like, nah, I think she might be fine. I mean, if she wasn't feeling that well, there would be like her friends around her helping her or whatever the fuck. But no, she was like by herself, just walking around, going out, along with all of the other people around. No one around cared as well, because why would then? And then it's just like I was walking down, and then I passed through her, and at the same time I thought, fuck, I should have said something, even like checked or whatever the fuck. And then around 10 seconds later, she starts vomiting, like a fuck ton of vomit. She was definitely not well. And by then, I just like became, I just started thinking, oh fuck, I should have talked with her. She was clearly, I noticed that she wasn't feeling well, and then I didn't do anything, and just like those thoughts started like coming through my head. And then me thinking, oh fuck, and just like, why didn't I, oh fucking, why didn't I talk to her? Why didn't I help her or whatever the fuck? And then to this day, I can't forget that. Then I might think, well, did you help her while she was vomiting and shit? But just, no, I didn't. At that point, there was the whole thingy about how when there's a, I forgot the name of this. I'm going to put on the screen the name of it. There's a psychological effect that happens when there's a bunch of like people watching something, and because there's way too much people, no one does anything, because everyone thinks that someone else is going to do something, but no one does. And by then I was kind of like affected by that thing, and then everyone just looked and just pretended that she didn't exist. And to this day, it's been like what? Possibly 20 years. And I can't forget that. I think about that at least a month, like once a month. I can't forget that. Oh, fucking hell. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I see you next time.